It's called an IMSI catcher, or Stingray, a fake cell phone tower that sends your cell phone signal to it rather than a real cell phone tower, netting suspected criminals and innocents alike to pinpoint their location.
This is not about the content of people's communications or collecting every number that they dial, right? To me, it's about we are using some equipment, appropriately in my view, to find bad guys. I don't want to say too much about that because I don't want the bad guys to know, right, how we might be able to find them. And so one of the reasons that we ask local authorities who are working with us and using our equipment not to talk about it. It's not because I got something to hide from good people. I got a lot to hide from bad people.
The FBI has bent over backwards to keep their public awareness secret. The provisions required by local and state police are straight out of a George Orwell novel. Police are not allowed to talk about the technology in press releases and court documents during judicial hearings or during other public forums or proceedings. If a district prosecutor intends to use details about how the Stingray works during a court case, police must alert the FBI in order to allow sufficient time for the FBI to intervene to protect the equipment, technology, and information from disclosure and potential compromise. If the agency receives a court order demanding release of the information, the agency must notify the FBI in order to allow sufficient time for the FBI to intervene. If the agency receives a FOIA request seeking information about the Stingrays, it must alert the FBI to allow sufficient time for the FBI to seek to prevent disclosure through appropriate channels. A dystopian tug of war caused the FBI to have cases thrown out to protect the technology. 2012, Buffalo, New York, Judge Patrick H. Niemoyer detailed against the FBI's orders how a deal was struck between the FBI and the Erie County Sheriff's Office to drop criminal charges rather than reveal any information concerning the cell site simulator or its use. The record showed that of the 47 times the Sheriff's Office used Stingrays in the past 4 years, it apparently only once obtained a court order, contradicting the Sheriff's own remarks. Stingrays are an advanced surveillance technology that can sweep up very private information, including information on innocent people, said NYCLU Western Region Director John Kerr III. If the FBI can command the Sheriff's Office to dismiss criminal cases to protect its secret Stingrays, it is not clear how the $350,000 we are spending on Stingray equipment is keeping the people of Buffalo safe.
They were more dedicated to the lawless, unconstitutional violation of civil liberties by spying on people without getting search warrants than they were to developing legitimate intelligence which would help secure our freedom or our safety.
These records confirm some of the very worst fears about local law enforcement's use of this expensive and intrusive surveillance equipment, said NYCLU staff attorney Mariko Haros. Not only did the Sheriff's Office promise the FBI breathtaking secrecy to keep information about Stingrays as hidden as possible, it implemented almost no privacy protections for the Erie County residents it is sworn to protect and serve. It was revealed last year that the federal government is using dirt box devices similar to the Stingray device to collect data on the unsuspecting population. The ACLU has identified 50 agencies in 21 states and the District of Columbia that own Stingrays.
Charlotte is one of the few cities that actually has Stingrays, and we do see some pretty substantial Fourth Amendment concerns with Stingrays. We know that they're collecting at least location information, but there could be more information that they're collecting, and I think that we really need to see again, that warrant requirement.
In a letter to Homeland Security Chief Jay Johnson and Attorney General Eric Holder, Senators Chuck Grassley, Republican of Iowa, and Patrick Leahy, Democrat of Vermont, expressed their concern that no search warrants are obtained when FBI agents use the devices in public. Police scanner audio obtained by the hacktivist group Anonymous appeared to reveal that the Chicago police were using a Stingray to intercept phone calls from an Eric Garner protester. Police departments are now lobbying to get the more powerful $460,000 4G cell phone upgrade known as Hailstorm. Blocking the current 2G Stingray technology requires you to find the device information in your phone known as WCDMA Preferred. Change that to WCDMA only, and the Stingray can't track you. It's open season on our privacy and Fourth Amendment rights, and we're all paying for it.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
John Bound for Infowars.com.